Welcome to CSEGuru. The next topic we will discuss in array is reading and writing one-dimensional arrays. To read or write or process any array items in the sense, we have to use the appropriate programming constructs. So the appropriate programming constructs we can use for array is the looping statements, that is for loop, while loop and do while loops. Among these three loops, the commonly used loop for arrays to accept the input and to display the outputs in the sense, we will use commonly for loop only. Okay. So to read n data items from the keyboard in the sense, we can use for loop combined with scanf statement. For example, for I equal to 0. So I is the looping variable. Okay. And I less than n, I plus plus. So this is the for loop statement. Initial value is 0 and n value we have to give. That is, what is the maximum value we can give for array. So this n will decide the size of the array. And this is increment statement. Okay. So this is the for loop. Along with the for loop, we have to use scanf statement to accept the input. Scanf %d if it is a integer data, and if it is floating point data, in the sense we have to use %f. Okay, likewise according to the data type we have to use the format specifier. So here %d ampersand a of I. So here initial value is 0, and if the condition is true, that is 0 less than the n value means, that is the n is the maximum array size. So n represents the array size. So if I value is less than n in the sense, condition true in the sense, accept the input from the keyboard. Okay. So here we have to give for a of 0, that is in first iteration for a of 0 we have to give the values. And for second iteration, a of 1 we will give the values. Likewise, each iteration, it will accept the value starting from the 0th location according to the value of n. So, n represents the size of the array, that is a of n. So, a of 5 if you have given in the sense, n value is 5. So, up to 5th value, it will accept the input. For the next value, condition fails and the loop will terminate. Okay. So during first iteration, when I value equal to 0, it will accept input for a of 0. And during second iteration, when I value is equal to 1, it will accept value for a of 1. Likewise, it will perform. Okay. So this is to read the n data items for array using for loop. Similarly, to display n data items in the output screen in the sense, that is using array in the sense, same for loop we have to use, that is for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. And to accept the input, we have used the scanf statement. And to display the output in the output screen, we have to use printf statement. That is printf, and the format specifier is %d. And if you want to display any message, you can add it here. Then a of I. Okay. So if you are using like this in the sense, when I value equal to 0 and if the condition is true in the sense, it will display a of 0th location. What is the value? It will print to the output screen. Then I value gets incremented to 1. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will display a of first location. What is the value? Next, I value gets incremented to 2. And if the condition is true, it will display a of second location. What is the value? Likewise, the loop continues. Whenever this condition fails, the loop will terminate. Okay. And this is to accept the input for the array using for loop combined with scanf statement. And this is to display the output in the output screen. Here we have to combine for loop with the printf statement. So this is the method to read and write single dimensional array using loops. For example, if you are considering hash include stdio.h, this is the header file. Okay. And this is the main function. And inside main function, first we have to declare the local variables. That is int n, and array is a of 10, And I is the looping variable. Since we have to use the for loop, this is the looping variable and this represents the size of the array. Okay. And the n represents the number of elements. Then printf enter number of items. Okay. Then using scanf, then n, accept the n value. Then printf enter n elements. Okay. Using the for loop, we have to accept the input. So I equal to 0, I less than n. So n represents the maximum size of the array. But here we have fixed the size as 10. So n value we have to give within 10. Okay. So I plus plus. Suppose if we want to allocate more space or if we don't know the size of the array, in the sense we have to give empty array. Okay. We have to declare as empty array. Then scanf %d ampersand a of I. Okay. And then simply this program is to accept the array elements and it will display the array elements. Using printf statement, print the array elements. The array elements, or this array element also we have to use for loop only. And to display the array elements, we have to use printf statement. Okay. So this is the program. Simply, these statements will accept input from the input device and these statements will print the output in the output screen. That is array elements. Okay. Output if we are considering in the sense, first we have to enter n value, enter number of items. So for example, if n I have entered here is 5 in the sense, totally this array will accept 5 elements starting from 0. So here when I value is 0, it will accept 1 element. For example, I will give 10. And when I value is 1, it will accept 1 element. When I value is 2, it will accept 1 element. And when I value is 3, it will accept 1 element. When I value is 4, it will accept 1 element. Okay. Using this for loop. And here, using this for loop, it will display in the output screen. Next, it will display the array elements are 10, 12, 20, 15, and 50. So this is the simple example program for arrays to accept the input using for loop and to display the output in the output screen using for loop. With the help of the for loop, we will get the simplified code to accept the input and display the output for arrays. Thank you for watching this video.